Fellow Kenyans, many of us often wonder what is in a color. When President Moi was called upon to choose a presidential standard, he settled for one in green that we see before us. This singular act inspired his conquests in conservation. His environmental credentials are indeed second to none. The iconic memories of Moi building countless gabions, stone by stone, driving an aggressive reforestation program of our nation by spearheading tree planting campaigns, signaling our nation's steadfast and unshakable anti-poaching stance by burning millions of dollars of ivory. These memories, imprinted in our hearts, will live with us forever. Fellow Kenyans, on some of the darkest days in our country's history, President Moi's resolute strength calmed the nation. There was perhaps, again, no greater evidence of this than on the 8th of August 1998, when President Moi stood on the still smoldering ruins of the U.S. Embassy, reassuring the nation that we were safe and the perpetrators of that heinous and cowardly act would be brought to justice. On that day, he did the unprecedented and drove to the scene of the attack in the company of the then luminaries of the opposition parties, and they stood together for Kenya. President Moi's vision for Kenya, I believe, inspires us to continue to work tirelessly to harness that which elevates all of us as a people to greater heights of unity, prosperity, and democracy. Indeed, the Nyayo philosophy of peace, love, and unity not only inspires us, but finds wings in the process of validation and eventually in the implementation of our Building Bridges initiative. We are also building on his monumental achievements across the full spectrum of our social, political, economic, and cultural spectrum, ensuring that Mzee Moi will gaze down on us from his place of deserved rest in heaven with affirmation and pride. The unity that President Moi pursued transcended boundaries. It was not only unity between brothers and sisters within our borders, but also unity of the brothers and sisters that form our East African community and the greater continent of Africa. President Moi recognized that the path to prosperity for individual African states lay in promoting inter-Africa trade, integration, and building bridges between our communities and nations that recognize that we have far more in common than we do have as differences. And it is this underlying philosophy that inspired President Moi to team up with, amongst others, President Benjamin Mkapa, who is here with us today, to spearhead the revival of the East African community. We owe it to President Moi's generation of visionary African leaders who dared to dream and envision the African Continental Free Trade Area agreement that creates the largest free trade, which we now have succeeded in concluding and which will take effect on the 1st of July 2020. Fellow Kenyans, as an avid peacemaker, statesman, Pan-Africanist, and champion for a more united